have reached Red Steele's Untucked Review. I'm your man, Red Steele, and today I'll be reviewing WWE Ultimate Edition Mankind. WWE Ultimate Edition Mankind. But before I get to the actual review, I just want to go over some of the spectacular details on this packaging. Up front here, a typical display window showing you both the figure and all the accessories inside. On the top here it says Mankind, and over here you have an 8+, which is the age requirement for this figure. Down here you have the WWE Ultimate Edition logo. Corner here you have the Mattel emblem, and down here it says Ultimate Articulation for authentic posability. At the top of the packaging here, you have the WWE Ultimate Edition logo, and the corner you have Mankind. The other side of the packaging here, you have WWE Ultimate Edition logo, over here you have Mankind, and down here you have the Monday Night War WWE versus WCW. Then on the other side of the packaging here, on the very top, you have the Attitude Era WWE logo. Next to that it says Raw, January 4th, 1999. Over here you have an actual picture of Mankind, and down here it says Mankind. Then on the back of the packaging here, at the very top, you have a official licensed product sticker. Down here you have a picture of the actual figure. Over here you have the Monday Night War, WWE versus WCW. In the center here you have Mankind, and down here you have another picture of Mankind. Over here you have a makeshift profile that says Mankind is 6 feet 2 inches tall. He hails from Long Island, New York. His finisher, the Mandible Claw. Career highlight, WWE Champion. Then down here it says, it was the Monday night that flipped the wars. Mankind finally got his WWE Championship opportunity against The Rock. WCW announcers took a potshot at the main event, unintentionally causing WC Nitro viewers to flip to Monday Night Raw. After 84 weeks, WWE finally surpassed WCW in the ratings, with D-Generation X lifting Mankind on their shoulders as the new WWE Champion. Over here, the Mattel emblem, and next to that it says, empowering the next generation through play. WWE Ultimate Edition Monday Night War Mankind. Mankind was released September 2024 with the suggested retail price of $32.84, and he was available exclusively at Walmart. Mankind was released along with the other WWE Ultimate Edition Monday Night War Series 2 figure, Eddie Guerrero. Mankind has over 30 points of articulation for true-to-life authentic posability. His accessories include 2 swappable heads, 4 swappable hands, a WWE World Championship belt, mask, and Mr. Sacco. Mankind stands 6 inches tall, and he is meant for fans ages 8 and up. Now that I have Mankind on my display table, so we'll go over some of his plate features and accessories. First of all, I talk about his swappable hands. And Mankind includes 4 swappable hands. He has 2 open hands. He also includes 2 closed fists. And these hand sculpts are so nicely detailed. If I could zoom in on it. I mean, you got back of the hand detail. You even have some vein detail. You have knuckle detail. You have fingernail detail. And when you flip the hand over, you even have the little creases between the fingers. And then you have some palm detail. Very, very nicely done. Even with the fist, you can see some vein detail in the back of the fist. Knuckle detail. And you have the finger detail right there. Very, very nicely done. In order to swap out Mankind's fist, take the old hand here, you pop it from the wrist. At the end of the wrist, you have a little porthole. You grab the new fist, at the end of that fist, you have a little peg, and it's tapered off. So when you push it into place, it pops, which means it's securely in place, and now you have Mankind with his new swappable hand. But I'm going to put these off to the side, because the next accessory I want to bring in are his swappable heads. He includes 2 swappable heads. He has one without the mask, or just old plain Mick Foley. And you got one with the Mankind mask still on. And you got the one where his mouth's open. I mean, default one where he's kind of like, he's smiling, but right here it's a little bit more detailed where the tongue's kind of swaying off to the side. He's missing a tooth. And what's really cool about these head sculpts is, I mean, you see where the hair parts down the middle where the mask is. I mean, even the hair detail is very nicely done. I know It's very, very hard to pull off a hair sculpt on a figure because, I mean, it's hit or miss. And I know they've done really well with Mankind. They did really well with Undertaker and a few other figures. I mean, the one figure they still can't nail, and I think that's Bret Hart. And I have seen some Randy Savage figures where they just have a hard time nailing the hair. But with Mankind, they nailed it. I mean, with both all three head sculpts. Very, very nicely done. The one gripe I have about this head sculpt is Mankind also includes his mask. And I figured with this mask, you were able to put it on this head. You can't, because there's no way that you can get the mask to conform to the head. There's not really any grooves or any way that the higher parts on the middle, much like this head sculpt and this one right here. You see kind of where the hair kind of parts in the middle and separates. But I think this is just an accessory where you can hold it, where I'm not sure what happened in that episode of Raw that this figure is referencing, but I'm not sure if Mankind removed his mask after he wins the championship. Maybe that's what occurred, and that's why they included this accessory. But other than that, I don't think this accessory is really necessary because you can't really put it on this Mick Foley head sculpt. I mean, when you try, it looks like this, because you can't really get it in between the hair and the head sculpt right there. And also, the back of the mask does not conform to the head. So, I mean, it's a cool accessory to have, but, I mean, you know, just to have a head sculpt with Mick Foley, just a Mick Foley head sculpt, and a Mankind head sculpt, that's pretty cool, too. It's a pretty cool bonus. But I'm going to put this off to the side. But the next accessory I'm going to bring in is Mr. Socko. If you're a big fan of Mankind, you know that Mr. Socko was part of his finisher. And what happened was, before Mankind had Mr. Socko, he had a finisher called the Mandible Claw, where he had like a gauntlet and it had a thing that went over his fingers, and he would stick his fingers into his opponent's mouth to make him submit. Well, later on, when he became Corporate Mankind, which is what this white shirt represents, he introduced Mr. Socko. He just drew a little puppet on it, and I think it was like a little skit that he did where Mr. McMahon was in a hospital, and Mankind came in and visited him, and he brought Mr. Socko, and Mr. Socko really got over, so Mankind continued using him. But in order to arm Mankind with Mr. Socko, you just take Mr. Socko, and he's actually a real sock. I mean, a real action figure sock. You place it right over his fist, and now you have Mankind with Mr. Socko. Really, really cool accessory. I'm so glad they included that. Because the final accessory I'm going to bring in is the championship belt. And this is the winged belt that was introduced during the whole Attitude Era where Stone Cold became the champion. And I know the belt that Stone Cold won had a blue strap on it, but I think later on they introduced one with a black strap, and I think a few champions held this belt. I know The Rock held it, Stone Cold held it, Mankind held it, Undertaker, Kane. In order to put this belt on Mankind, you could actually just wrap it around his waist. And it's not really too conforming around Mankind, because Mankind's got kind of a odd body sculpt. I don't think the belt actually fits around Mankind's waist. His belt strap's a little bit smaller. But Mankind's not really known for wearing the belt. He mostly had it over his shoulder, what I can remember. He carried the belt over his shoulder line. He didn't hold this belt too long. I forgot who he lost it to. But nonetheless, this is what Mankind would look like holding the championship belt with Mr. Socko. Very, very nice done figure. I mean, I think it's really cool that they pulled off the white corporate t-shirt, the button-up shirt. And Mattel's the masters at making soft goods, and soft goods is anything that is cloth-wise on an action figure or a doll or whatever you want to call it. And the material is so sheer that it kind of conforms to the body a little bit, but at the same time you see the ends where it's kind of frayed out, and it's torn in the back. And underneath this shirt you see Mankind's singlet, but it's not the Mankind singlet, it's just the black singlet. I'm sure that's what he wore underneath his corporate shirt. You even got the tie right here, which is really cool because you tighten it or loosen it. Very, very nicely done figure. I mean, he has 30 points of articulation, and he's just a great figure to have. I kind of wish this belt would, maybe I could tuck it under his hair, would stay under his shoulder, just like that. Oh, perfect. And this is exactly how I'm going to have my Mankind displayed on my shelf. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Red Steele's Awesome Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.